Right, I just thought I'd take you quickly through my idea of my layout, which I've changed so many times. But now I've got the seats, they're not installed, I've just placed them where I would want them. I've then planned around that as well. So I've taped out basically how I'd like it. So you're just gonna have to excuse the mess, but this is my idea anyway. So I've got the seats there, they're dusty because I've only just picked them up. So that is, I've put them where I feel there's going to be enough leg room, which there should be enough leg room for 2 adults there, although it probably be 2 kids, not sure yet, but there's enough room for 2 adults. So you'd step up into here, and then we've got the kitchen from there down to here. So I'm going to have the hob will be there, and then the sink over there. And then I'm going to go through this little bit, and it's going to be narrow, but I mean, you squeeze through. And then I'm going to get a shower cubicle, which is 600 by 790 there. And I've obviously taken into account where the backs of these are, but I won't know for sure because it's a bit difficult to measure them because they're at that kind of like angle. So, but I think I've got it. I've put like a straight piece of wood from there down, so I've got a rough estimate of where it would be. So this is going to be, we're thinking about getting the Evo toilet shower cubicle. So it's like the micro shower, which is more than enough room. I mean, let's sit down, do your poo plops and all that kind of stuff. And then I had like an idea of maybe putting in some storage just in this little gap here, because we'd end up with a lot of space here. This space here would have been wasted space. Although we could have pushed the shower cubicle back to here and then have the seats further back. But I want to utilise as much storage as possible because we might be losing some top storage up here. That's a maybe, but I'll get to that in a minute. So that would be the storage there. And Evo do a nice storage where it's already cut into the wheel arch, so that's perfect. And then going back, I've gone from, excuse that mess, I've gone from having a fixed bed to going for a dinette. And I know I've got myself and my 2 kids, and it would be easier to have a fixed bed, so I wouldn't have to make it up every day. But because of having the kids and because they are home educated, I wanted a nice space for them to be able to do to relax a little bit and do like their writing, drawing, activity, workbooks, all that kind of stuff, just in one dedicated area. So this is going to be a dinette bed. And I'm aiming to build it myself because it just works out cheaper to get some lightweight ply and do it myself. And essentially it's just going to be 2 boxes that are going to be on hinges, and there will be a double hinge on this side so that it would fold back across to make up the bed area, which is going to be quite cool. And obviously like the cushions and that will make up the bed. So that's the idea. And then obviously there'll be storage underneath here. And of course storage under there, but I think on this side I'm going to be focusing on having my electrics all this side, and this side will be for storage. And well, that's pretty much it, just storage, because I'm not going to be taking a lot of water with us. I think I'm just going to go for a simple water system, so it may be only 2 12-litre freshwater waste storage containers, which I think would be fine. But obviously if you want it bigger, then we can. We've got the option of doing that. So yes, so that's the idea. And then I've got a nice kind of like generous space. So like from there to there, it's just over 700. So 70 centimeters from there to there. So you've got a good like walkway. So when we're not using the table, it'll be packed away. And so they've got like that walk through to mess about and everything, and it's going to be lovely with the doors open. So yeah, and I was thinking about getting some of those smaller windows for here, for one on that side and one that's just to let an extra bit of light in, but I don't know, might actually have enough light with those two. And then we've also got this up here, so I think we might have enough light, you know. Anywho, moving on to bed situation. So it will be a bed that's going to be for me and my two kids, but also I will have, and the reason why I've got 2 extra seats in here is because I will have 2 other people coming along from time to time, family members. So, and it's nice just in case, like, you know, friends want to come along, then they can. And I just want the option of being able to have another bed. So what I'm going to do is using, this is my thoughts at the moment, using the IKEA Scorva beam bed, the fixed bed. Although the fixed bed idea, although this won't be a fixed bed, I'm going to put some riv nuts along here, and obviously along this bit here, and then I'm going to put about a 2x8 on here, and then just so there's enough headroom. So I don't want the bed to actually be to end there, because I think that's quite squashed really. So I'm going to use a 2x8, which means that, so riv nuts will go along here, and then the 2x8 will drop to about there, and that's where I'm going to be putting the brackets. So the brackets will be mounted there permanently, but when I do have my friends and family staying, I'm just going to crack out the beams, stick them along the top, and then I'm going to have like a fold away wooden top support for the bed. So a bit like the ones, the slats, but I'm going to be able to roll it up basically. And then a roll up mattress as well, just to go along the top, and that's it. And then that's temporary bed for like another, I suppose, another double bed. It's a little bit smaller because the curve of the vehicle, it does go up from like there. It does curve up a little bit, so you'll probably lose a little bit of space. But you know, it's not going to be something permanent, so then that's there. And what I will do is, when I want to store it, I'm going to have some storage up in the headliner there, so I can put the beams away and put the bed, just the whole bed thing, it's just going to go up in there. So yeah, that is my idea for now anyway. But I'll probably end up changing my mind, or if I come across any other videos with any other ideas. But what I've been doing is I've just been going through so many different YouTube videos, different ideas, and trying to mix them all together. But I haven't seen yet that sort of style that I'm thinking of. I haven't seen one that quite like that yet, especially with like the bed idea at the top. I've seen similar where people have put like canvas style beds, like you would get if you're going, like look like camping beds, but they slot in using scaffold poles at the top, a bit like the kabunk, but obviously at the back. So I'm not seeing anything that sort of style, but I saw a video, and I'm going to see if I can find out, see if I can link it, where this lady basically stores her IKEA bed at the top using those beams that I was saying at the top here, and then when she wants to sleep she actually unhooks it and then puts it down below. But then it gave me an idea, and I was like, if it's up there and maybe a bit lower, and it's just temporary bedding, that'll actually work out, and then it also give us a good amount of space in our own bedding area down below. So let me know what you think, and then yeah, go from there. I think I'll probably do the dinette bed first, because then that's the most important thing, and then build around it. But going by the measurements and a few bits, like the kitchen's going to come from Evo, and I'm probably, well, almost definitely going to go for the toilet and the shower cubicle area from Evo, along with that storage cupboard. And for me, I just don't feel confident scribing and then cutting the wood, all of that myself. So if it's already done for me, that's brilliant. But with regards to the bed, there's not a lot of scribing that needs to be done, because they're essentially just 2 boxes really, and some flat pieces on hinges, and then I'm gonna make air holes, and yeah. Anyway, that's the plan. I know I'm waffling, but that's it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Bye for now.